Guys, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price right now as we are facing a major resistance level, and this is a very critical moment for Bitcoin because if this rejects, there is a potential we could come down and see the lower levels of this channel, potentially even forming another lower low for Bitcoin, but there's also a bullish bias. If we break out of this, there's a potential of seeing new all-time highs for Bitcoin, just like we saw with the total cryptocurrency market cap yesterday. But more importantly, I want to talk about how this could affect Ethereum, because we've yet to reach our $1,800 target. We predicted this breakout at 1440. We took a trade. We also took another long trade at 1575, but right now we're finding this consolidation area on the top of this channel. This is a very critical time for the cryptocurrency market cap. And if we look at the US dollar, check this out. Just as we talked about in our video yesterday, we are now coming up to the top part of this channel, and if we look at the 3 moving averages, we're finding confluence with this 100-day moving average as a potential target for the DXY, and it's not going to be the first time we've been through this rodeo. You can see we actually rejected that 100-day moving average here earlier in the year, and interestingly enough, if we come up and get rejected, that could be a very bullish case for assets across the board, not just cryptocurrencies, but real estate, precious metals, even stocks. But if we break out, that is going to be a warning sign, because if the dollar gains value, we could potentially see us come up to this 200-day moving average, and that would drop the prices across the board for all assets. We have a lot to look at today. You guys are watching the Snipers channel. If you appreciate this content, remember to like this video. I want to dive really deep into Bitcoin's technical analysis because this is a very critical level we're at right now. And if this level breaks, there is a potential we could see new all-time highs for Bitcoin. I want to talk about the volume and what things are looking like in the micro time frames. What you can see here is there's not necessarily much sell volume, and we're actually doing really well right now at this resistance area. The fact that we came up and wicked above that on 4-hour candles, and we've even closed hourly candles above this major resistance, to me is extremely positive for Bitcoin. I don't necessarily see too much of a bearish bias right now when it comes to price action, when it comes to market structure. We're doing exactly what we need to do, which is stay above 36,500. And at this point, if we begin to close more hourly candles above this resistance level and we see more strength to the upside, I believe Bitcoin could potentially see new all-time highs, knowing that we don't have much resistance areas at the top of this resistance level that we're currently facing. But realize this: if Bitcoin starts to close hourly candles below 36,500, that is a very key level. It's actually where we topped out. You can see we came up here towards 40,000, and then we dropped down to 36,500, actually double bottomed to the dollar. And you know when things are to the dollar that they're extremely key levels. And so realize that that $36,500 level is extremely important for me right now. And if this starts to break and we see hourly candles come down here, in my opinion, there's a potential Bitcoin will come down and retest this resistance, which was a previous resistance that eventually turned into support. And if this breaks, then my last draw is going to be at this weekly and monthly open. If Bitcoin is not able to stay above 33,000 US dollars, in my opinion, it will come down and it will form a new lower low, even potentially down to that $27,000 area. And so this is a very critical moment for Bitcoin. We need to hold 36,500, and if that breaks, the next support is going to be at 34,788, which was the top when we broke out initially from 20,000 and then saw a huge retracement down to 28,000. That is a very key level. If this breaks, then the bearish bias comes into the picture. And so that's what I'm watching right now for Bitcoin. And realize that Ethereum is showing a lot of strength. If we pull up the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, which is really the only chart that matters when it comes to these altcoins, what you can see here is we are bouncing and forming higher highs here, which I talked about yesterday. I wanted to see us form a new high, and it's exactly what we did. And so in my opinion, things are still looking very good for Ethereum. And what you'll notice is when we pull up the total cryptocurrency market cap, check this out. You can see we just broke a new all-time high, yet Bitcoin has yet to break an all-time high, but Ethereum is cranking to the upside right now. And so I think that this bull run right now is really being led by Ethereum, and just as we've been talking about in the last 2 weeks, Ethereum is really the biggest play right now in the crypto market based on this massive breakout from this 4-year symmetrical triangle that formed in 2017. You can see this already has broken out, and so Ethereum has that potential of seeing 500% plus gains. I posted a video, I think 2 weeks ago, saying that this is the most bullish chart I've ever seen in the history of cryptocurrencies, and that remains true. By the way, if you guys appreciate this content and want to win one of my favorite books on investing, I want to talk about how to enter this giveaway. So I'm going to be giving away all about candlestick charting, and this is another book that I love about trading. If you want to enter this giveaway, all you need to do is share this video and comment below, do you believe Bitcoin is going to break out or break down from this channel, and you guys will be eligible to win one of my favorite books on investing. I just wanted to throw that out there. But understand that with Bitcoin at this critical resistance at this point, and Ethereum currently breaking out into price discovery, things are really getting heated up in the crypto market. I think personally Ethereum is going to be fine. With Ethereum, what we really need to watch, of course, if Bitcoin starts breaking down, that's going to affect Ethereum, but the main levels to watch on the Ethereum to US dollar chart, in my opinion, is going to be first this area here. If this starts to break down, I think there's a potential we could come down and test the previous all-time high, but realize this, and that previous all-time high is at 1440. Most times that we break out to new all-time highs, we don't ever come back and test the previous all-time high. So I just want to keep that out there. It's something that I've noticed based on the cycles that we've seen with Bitcoin and Ethereum in the past, specifically Bitcoin. And so if we start coming down and showing weakness, in my opinion, for Ethereum, that would be a great opportunity to enter back into a position. I would actually even enter a position right through the confluence of this key area right here. And so if we were to extend this line right here and we look at the previous all-time high, what you'll notice is there's a very nice pocket here to enter a long trade into Ethereum. If you've missed the boat, I think that this area would certainly bounce if we come to the previous all-time high. Even if that breaks, then we have that support level down here, and that would be the biggest scenario for Ethereum if it breaks down to the downside. Of course, if it continues to the upside, then 1800 is still going to be my target until a consolidation. Of course, if this really starts to break down, this monthly and weekly open is going to be here to save us. And I know for sure if we come down to this level, there will most likely be a bounce. So there's a lot of dynamics playing part right now. I don't want to go too deep into the Ethereum to USDT chart because, of course, Bitcoin's chart is mainly going to influence that. But things are looking good so far. We're maintaining above that $36,500 level. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So what I told you guys in the video yesterday, and especially because we started closing hourly candles above this resistance, things don't look bad in my opinion. When we look at Bitcoin dominance, what you'll notice is we're continuing down. And so at this point, I do believe we will continue to see altcoins gain traction and momentum. Of course, you guys saw Aave breaking out, Compound breaking out, and this is all really being fueled and led by the DeFi revolution. So with others' dominance, we just formed another higher high, so things are still looking extremely bullish. Very nice volume coming in for altcoins, so things are looking really good. Now, here's what I want to wrap the video up with, and it's extremely important. The DXY chart right now is starting to show signs of a potential reversal. Remember, we have this major bullish divergence on the daily chart, and if this continues to play out, at this point, if we start breaking this 100-day moving average, that would be the first time we've broke through that since this downtrend started. And so that would be a very big alert in my opinion, and it would really put the blinders on when it comes to these assets, because if the dollar starts to strengthen, we don't know how much these assets could fall. Now, so far, what we're seeing is as the dollar strengthens, we're still seeing some positive momentum in some assets in the stock market, even in the cryptocurrency market. We're not seeing massive dump from this push to the upside, but I think that'll change if we break this channel resistance, because at that point, people will realize that the dollar is becoming a safe haven, at least in the short term, and it could see its value increase, which would take asset prices down. So understand that the DXY is crucial to watch right now, this major resistance, if it breaks or if it rejects. If it rejects, that could be very positive for assets. We can continue to see the dollar weaken and assets increase in price. But I think it's coming to a very critical point right now. We really need to watch Bitcoin at this resistance level to see how it acts in the next few days. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this content. And by the way, if you guys are in our Discord premium group, we did take an Ethereum long here at the pullback at 1575. It's already hit the first target, and I sent this out as a low risk trade. Of course, our trades, a lot of them have risk very high if they're altcoins, but with Ethereum and Bitcoin, they're a lot less risky. And so congratulations to those that took our re-entry at 1575. That was exactly where we bounced here on the channel. So it was a very simple play of previous resistance becoming new support. So we took that long trade as soon as it came down and retested the support. So congratulations for those that got into that. Set your stops to break even. Keep your trades safe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Snipers out.